This coming weekend, the Monmouth men's basketball team returns to the road, first on Thursday at Quinnipiac, before coming back to the Garden State on Saturday for a 4:30 contest at Fairleigh Dickinson. I'm happy to steal a few minutes of Coach King Rice's time during this week as he prepares his Hawks for these two games. And Coach, I'm sure two big games coming up. I know the NEC tournament is, each week that we talk, it gets closer and closer. And these 2 weeks, or these two games rather, two big ones starting Thursday with Quinnipiac, and I'm sure you're getting your Hawks ready for these two very important ones.
Well, we definitely need to do that, Eddie. We've kind of put ourselves behind the barn right now in concerns of making the NEC tournament. But I'm telling our guys, if we take it one day at a time in practice, and then also one game at a time, then we'll give ourselves a chance to string some positive things together and hopefully put us in the middle of the race.
And these two teams that you played this week are two teams that are kind of similar to the spot that you're in that they're kind of eyeing positioning for the NEC tournament. And just as a coach, getting ready for these big games with the postseason kind of on the outside, what are those things that you kind of focus on to help your team get there?
The little things. We have to continue to try our hardest on defense. We have to continue to get the 50-50 balls. We have to continue to be the first to the floor. We've kind of seen a little bit of a drop-off in how many charges we're taking. We got to get back to taking charges and just really be aggressive on the defensive end. And I think if we can get that fire back on the defensive end, we're starting to score the ball better. And I always thought this team would be good on offense, but it's been a tough year on the offensive end of the floor.
Well, one spot that wasn't a tough thing offensively was the play of your point guard last week, Jesse Steele, going for a career-high 27 in the game on Saturday against Bryant. He seems as though he's starting to get back to that Jesse that we saw last year.
Well, Jesse, I've been saying all year that I felt like Jesse was one of the best guards in the league. And he started off kind of slow, but since he started off slow, now he's been playing at a pretty high level pretty much every night. That's what we expected from him. So we think Jesse will continue to do that, but we need Jesse to get the other guys involved. He is our point guard. We need him to score, so it's a tough seat to sit in, being a point guard that has to score. But he also has to get the other guys going, get them involved, make sure they're feeling good about being on the floor, and then I think they'll have more success also.
Coach, I'm sure it's been tough for him to get players involved when you've had, unfortunately, the injury bug biting you a lot of this season. And obviously it's early in the week, and we'll know a lot more Thursday and Saturday. But obviously some of these guys that weren't able to play, especially in the two games this past week, guys that you do rely on to score points.
Well, Jesse, we try to prepare for the guys that are going to be able to play. We know we miss Red, we miss Khalil, we miss Christian, but the other guys have to step up, and they're all capable. That's what I keep telling them. We're all capable of being guys who score in our games. You always miss the guys that are injured, but we have enough guys right now to get it done. We have to stay together, keep fighting, and I think we will get it done.
And you start these two games on Thursday at Quinnipiac, and in what's going to be a tough matchup with the Bobcats. They are a big physical team that rebounds the ball well. What do you think the challenges are going into that game?
Well, it's definitely going to be that we have to stand up to Quinnipiac. We only played them one time last year. They came in our building. It was a chance for us to be 500, and they really, really embarrassed us. They missed 41 shots, and they got 21 of their 41 misses. So they got more of their misses than we got last year. So anytime that happens to a team, the team that did it to you is going to be thinking, this is just how we do it to Monmouth. And they're going to come after us and try to be strong inside and really, really hit the boards hard again. And from our standpoint, it better not happen like that again. That was embarrassing. Like I said, we had a chance to put ourselves at 500 in the league last year, and we let the opportunity slip away. So I'm looking for our kids in that game on Thursday to go out there and just put their best effort that they possibly could come up with out on the floor, so we can save face a little bit because they embarrassed us last year.
And you look ahead to Saturday, a team that you've already played and beaten this season, and a couple of home games ago, beating this FDU team in what was a really complete team effort by your team, but now you have to go to their place up in Hackensack, and that's obviously not as easy as playing here at home.
It's definitely not. We did win up there last year, but they have a much improved team this year. They had LIU on the ropes for most of the game, and then LIU hit a shot at the buzzer to send it to overtime and get the win. They played Sacred Heart tough at home. It's just they're going to be ready for us. We're both trying to fight for wins, and we're right around the same record, so that will be a big matchup on Saturday also.
And Coach, one final question. You know, last season your team ended so strong, and that big flurry to get into the NEC tournament. And it looks as though the team, which is made up of a lot of similar guys from last year, could put themselves in that position again. You know, what are those couple things that the team did on the run last year that you think they could do this year and potentially finish similarly to where they did a year ago?
Well, what we did is we stayed together. We continued to work. You know, when you're not winning games, when you're a young kid, it discourages you. And the thing that as a coach, you have to get them to continue to work. You can't start feeling sorry for yourself. You can't say to yourself, well, we don't have a chance. You have to just try to improve every single day. I think last year's team did that. We got some wins on the road, and that kind of jump-started us. And hopefully this is the weekend that it jump-starts us again. We have to stick together, take it one day at a time, one game at a time, and then I think we'll be able to turn it around.
Well, Coach, we'll keep an eye on that this weekend. Like you said, no better time to start that run than these two games this weekend.
We definitely need to start it right now.
Well, Coach, we appreciate a few minutes of your time this week as you get ready for these two games. Thank you very much.
All right, Eddie. See you soon.
That's Monmouth head men's basketball coach King Rice getting his Hawks ready for the two games this week at Quinnipiac on Thursday night before they return to the Garden State at FDU on Saturday. For both recaps of those games and much more, you can listen to our broadcast on the Shore Sports Network, 1160 and 1310 a.m. And as always, keep it on GoMUHawks.com.